everybody. Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about the automobile sector outlook for the coming months and the coming year as well. We all know that the automobile sector is comprising of three main sectors, that is two-wheelers, passenger vehicles and the commercial vehicles. Now every subsector of the automobile sector, I would say, is having a different outlook, a different trend, different headwinds, tailwinds, etc. So first of all, talking about two-wheeler sector, I mean there is nothing great that we are expecting out of this sector, considering the demand softness that we have been witnessing over the past few months, considering the rise in acquisition cost, that is the price of vehicles since the pandemic had started. The vehicle prices have moved up by about 25 to 30%, and that is hurting badly to the mass segment, that is the lower end segments, which is quite price sensitive. So over there we are seeing decline, and that segment is one of the biggest contributors, or the biggest subsector within the two wheelers. So going forward as well, with the fuel prices rising and the acquisition prices already at a good high, we do not expect any significant up move in the demand for two wheelers in the coming months or in FY23 as well. Now the interesting fact is, only if the EVs get launched at regular time by the big players in the two wheelers, then we need to see how the demand pans out for that, because the Chetak, which got launched by Bajaj Auto a few months back, is fetching quite a good response. So on the other hand, I would say the passenger vehicle segment, the second subsector within the automobile sector, is going very strong on demand, but it is having issues with on the supply side. The semiconductor chip issue is still quite alarming, and maybe it has got resolved from the lows of September, October, but still 20-25% kind of recovery we have expected, or we are expecting in the coming few months as well, and that is the magnitude of recovery that has happened since the lows of September. So going forward in FY23, maybe like 1 year down the line, we can see a complete normalization of the supply of the semiconductor chips. But the demand is quite high. The companies are coming with new launches, and companies like Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra are coming up with their EV models, which are fetching quite good response. So this sector is actually waiting for the recovery on the supply side. So once that happens, we can see a continuation of good demand over there. So not much pain on this front as compared to the two wheelers. On the commercial vehicle front, I would say that the demand is going quite strong. The discounting is quite high. The market share battle is at its peak between Tata Motors and Ashok Leyland, and the underlying parameters are quite in place, like the construction activities are going on quite well. The government in the recent budget has laid quite a good emphasis on the capex. So the infrastructure activities are very much going at a good pace. So overall the commercial vehicle industry is in a sweet spot. So we are expecting close to about 20-25% kind of growth in FY22, and a similar kind of growth in FY23 as well, though the base of FY22 is high. So among all the three sectors, the best performing sector would be commercial vehicle sector, followed by the passenger vehicle sector, and then the two wheelers. On the tractor front, I would say that that particular sector currently is going through a slow patch. I would say the volumes are quite subdued. But the agriculture being one of the necessities of the country, I think that the tractor segment may see some sort of recovery in the first quarter of FY23. Which is generally a quarter of sowing and a high demand quarter. So we may see a recovery coming in the tractor sector from that particular quarter, but the growth may not be as high as we had seen in FY21, which was an aberration. In FY22, we may see a lower single digit kind of growth in tractors. In FY23, maybe like a mid single digit kind of a growth we can see on the tractor front. Uh, some ray of hope, I would say, on the two-wheelers is the marriage season, the upcoming marriage season, which may see some sort of spike in the two-wheeler sales. Apart from that, the overall trend is quite negative. Thank you.